Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. I am not a fitness expert. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a certified trainer. Heck, I didn't even sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But I am an independent team Beachbody coach, and I've successfully completed P90X and P90X Plus several times, and I want to talk about it. We're at 100 people! Woohoo! 100th episode of Power Blast Podcast, and I have all my special friends that have come on to help celebrate and share their favorite episode. And well, maybe not all of my friends, but many of my very good friends were able to make it on the call and help us share and do a little special tribute. So, well, I thought about going in and digging in the archives and saying, let's just make a collection of different episodes. I thought we'd have people come on and share their experience and their favorites. So that's what we've done. So enjoy, and thank you for helping make Power Blast Podcast so successful. Keep listening and keep sending those emails and different ideas. There are even people on this call that came up with great ideas anyway. So this is going to be full featured on the PowerBlastFitness.com website. And for those of you that are watching on one of the social networks, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, wherever you happen to be, Blip, you're watching an abbreviated version here. So if you want to see it all, go check out PowerBlastFitness.com. We'll see you there. Happy 100, people.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for coming on and joining in on the 100th episode of Power Blast Podcast. It's been almost 2 years since this podcast started. It was back in April of 2007 when Beachbody had just kind of gotten the coaching business up and running, the store open, and I got this brainstorm to possibly do this podcast. I ran it through the approval system of Beachbody to say, hey, what do you guys think? And threw it out to Chris Simonian and Kevin Jensen and Carl Deichler, and they got back to me and said, yeah, Perry, go for it. And, and off we went and featured a coworker of mine who I was hoping would come on here. I'll have to hassle him at work. My buddy Dan, he came on and posed as the character of Couch Potato Dan and would give his own spin of the different workouts or fitness tips that I started sharing that worked for me, and then he would spin and say how they work for him. And over the past couple of years, it's just been an amazing ride to see how this has grown in popularity.
One of the guests that really stand out in my mind is your dear dad. When you had your dad on, I really enjoyed that one and often think of him and wonder how he's doing. So that one. And also I enjoy more recently, I think in the last, I don't know how many months, where you've actually gone out of your workout area and we've gotten to see, your kitchen. It was nice, like, hey, there's a different background. We're in Perry's kitchen.
Wait till we start cleaning up the dog yard and working on the glutes and the hamstrings.
I just want to say congratulations. Oh. Thanks for recognizing people. Thanks for inspiring us all. And yes, thank you for your kitchen. I have to say this is so weird, but the one episode that always sticks out in my mind is the one where you make oatmeal with dried cherries.
Okay.
I don't.
Now I'm hungry for that.
I had never even thought of doing that before, but you've made breakfast a lot happier at my house. So.
I look forward to the podcast every week. I always do. I get a kick out of it. I like watching, see what you come up with next. The fact that you come up with 100 separate topics to discuss so far, and I'm sure you got 100 more, on the way, is pretty impressive, And I was thinking about thinking about the podcast this morning when I got up and I was scrolling through some of your YouTube postings, and you know what's really impressive is how many people all over the country that you get talking about fitness and keeping it together. And you know, there's people all over the place, and you inspire them and you offer them great advice. And you know, these things are just wonderful. You know, nobody pays you to do it. You do it because you love to do it, and I think that's just great. And I applaud you for that, my friend.
Do I have Mom and Dad on the line?
Hi, Perry. Yes, you do.
Oh man, how are you?
I'm good, and we're getting snow like crazy here today.
Well, better you than me. Oh, wait a minute, me too. Never mind. Hey, anything to share? You and Dad have both been guests on the podcast. You've seen a couple episodes yourself, only because I forced you to watch them. Anything to share, or how your fitness is going? Anything?
Oh man, my fitness is going great. Gosh, I do the Beachbody Shake every day. I do the protein bars. I work out. Oh man. In fact, I just finished a Chalene Johnson about an hour and a half ago, her cardio party, and that was great. And I've got good results by doing this stuff. And before, it was just hit and miss on what I would do for exercising, and it wasn't getting me anywhere. So thanks to Perry for getting me on to Beachbody.
Well, I'd just like to point out, I thought I was actually dialing Pizza Hut to order a large stuffed crust pizza. So I must have hit the wrong button and ended up on your podcast. So ignore that one. No,
the mute button right here. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I was fortunate enough to be invited on your show. I think you're right. It must have been probably about 13 or 14 months ago, and I was with regarding the podcast. I mean, I just love following the whole Beachbody organization. Is such a great motivator for anyone who's struggling, anyone who starts any sort of program with that unbridled hope. They just think in 90 days they're going to look good, and you start off. But it's tough to keep that going mentally, and to have the support from Beachbody and your podcast to refer to is awesome, because I'll just pop on one of your podcasts or listen to what you've got to say about the latest Beachbody product. In fact, I can always use you as the demo guy for what I'm going to purchase next, if you like.
I have not been a contributor. I've only been a fan, and only a recent fan. But I did want to say congratulations on 100 episodes, and thank you so much for your dedication. Your effort is truly inspiring. That's about it. Just thanks for all you do.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Perry, this is Hillary, and I'm a recent fan too, and I think it's just incredible what you're doing. You've already made a difference in my life, and I feel really fortunate that I accidentally found you online, and there are no coincidences. So thank you again, and congratulations on your 100th episode.
Well, first of all, I just think you're such an inspiration to so many people, and I love what you're doing. And, I think back, and I think obviously my favorite episode is the one, that you did on my event in Wisconsin. I have so many really great memories of that.
Let's give a big, huge cheer for 100. Woohoo! I am going to interject some stadium sounds for a little bit extra roar there. But anyway, so let's close out this podcast. I'll start off with the very first word, and everybody else chime in here. Remember, it's never too late. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and we will see you next week.